I'm a radiologist who specializes in breast imaging. A post-biopsy digital mammogram with. Basically, that means every day I'm reading mammograms or anything related to the breast and trying to diagnose breast cancer if it's there. Ms. Farinell?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Dr. Copit. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Copit. How are you?
Nice to meet you. Any patient who comes in with a problem, I'll speak to. Anybody who I find a problem on a mammogram, I'll speak to.
Help me figure out what's causing what we saw in the mammogram and then help us.
Something I think is very important is to be very honest from the start, because I want patients to trust me not just that day, but in the future. So hopefully they come back next year, the following year, and I tell them everything's fine, they'll believe that too.
I will, absolutely.
I deal with all women who have any kind of breast-related issue. And the cancer patients, become like family. It's almost like a private practice, family practice in a way, because I see them back year after year after year.
Okay, great.
In March of 2011, I was actually at home on a Wednesday night watching American Idol with my family, and I reached over because the strap on my dress had fallen down, and when I lifted it up, I felt something.
Thank you. Okay.
The next day was a Thursday. I came to work like I always do, and I said to another radiologist I work with and trust that I wanted her to do an ultrasound. We did a mammogram, and sure enough, there was something there. And she biopsied it that afternoon. We pretty much knew at that point that it was going to be cancer based on how it looked. My husband, Steve, was incredibly supportive and continues to be. He was just literally there, never leaving my side. Whatever pain I had with being diagnosed with cancer, they really shared with me. All of them, family, friends, I could see it in their eyes, their tears, their hugs. I felt it, and it's amazing to feel that support, because I knew that I had an amazing husband, and 2 loving boys, and my parents and my sisters, and my friends and my colleagues, but that forces everybody to kind of come together, and you just feel like they're like lifting you up and wrapping their arms around you at the same time. Oh yeah, the irony of the fact that my specialty is breast cancer diagnosis, and that I now have breast cancer that I'm getting treated for, and I'm trying to also diagnose other people and take care of them with cancer.
How are you? Hi, nice to meet you. You too. You can have a seat. I'm just going to explain
It's
what I saw.
much easier for me to connect with patients now.
And you see, the breast tissue itself is this white, fluffier stuff. But if you look right here,
I think it's part of my job as a doctor to go beyond these walls, and as much as somebody needs me help, it's actually an honor and a privilege to do that. And I think for me, living Beyond Breast Cancer as an organization was a natural fit. It's, to me, very patient interactive, very patient focused, and I really believe if we educate people, it's more than half the battle. So I think that's what they do, and they do it really well. It's the only organization that provides you with that kind of information once you're diagnosed. I have felt incredibly supported by LBBC, and even going to things like yoga on the steps. Now, again, as a survivor, I went before that, changes, and again, makes me feel very connected. Paragraph procedure: after sterile preparation of the skin and use of 5. What drives me every day is I believe in what I do, but I believe that mammography saves lives. And I believe that if I come to work every day and do my job the way I'm supposed
go
to,
ahead and get dressed, because we're going to move.
then I'm going to save lives.
What we saw in the mammogram and then help us decide what to do next, okay?
I think that feeling like you're going to save somebody's life, wow, that's what drives me.